I had one of those feelings that there might be a boss fight up here. So I figured I'd save and stop right there. But maybe not. Yeah, not yet. But there's definitely going to be something here later. Too specific and sensitive to not be.
Here's your hide, as requested.
I worried you might never return. Oh, as supple as a maiden's cheek, yet as adamant as her virtue. Clearly, my trust in you was not misplaced. You must be a hunter of considerable talent to have bested the beast with nary a scratch. Join me as my honored partner. With my
I don't plan on making a habit of this.
Very well. Though I believe fate had a hand in our meeting, it would be unbecoming of me to beg. Do not allow me to keep you from being about your business.
I need 1,370 for the next room. Okay. Onward.
The free city's under siege.
Orcs.
Let us be rid of them.
Stay down! Stay down!
Fine display, brother.
To me, Blades!
The free men are still holding their own, then.
Do we have any idea where Gav and the others might be?
There's a warehouse near the docks where we agreed to meet if there was any trouble. We should hurry.
Quest to Harbard. Oh man. Quest. Hold on, Gav. I'll be there in 3 weeks. Quest there.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw it.
Did you see the pair that got hauled into tires?
I think I want to do this first. Unless it gives me some big heads up of like, hey, if you go past this point. Yeah. Because I want to meet up with Mid. I want to meet up with Mid. I want to get my boat, maybe.
Sounds like thunder.
You're late. We're starting to think you'd stumbled off a cliff.
I seem to recall that was you, Gav.
Good to see you. Any trouble on the road?
Nothing we couldn't handle.
I knew you'd come.
Is that who I think it is?
Yes.
Allow me to introduce my brother, Joshua.
Clive's told me all about you. Or even listening most of the time. Name's Midadol, but everyone calls me Mid.
My lady.
Hey?
My boy.
Uncle Byron.
It's really you! I never thought I'd see the day.
And oh, a crazy past few months this guy's got to have. Thinks both his nephews are dead for 18. One's alive and then the other's alive.
So these Akashic are being controlled.
That's what it looked like. Empty eyes, eerie blue glow. No doubt they were turned, but silent as monks, every last one of them.
Your man here speaks true, Clive. We saw more than a few in the city. They moved in ranks with a purpose, and not of their own.
Ultima's doing.
Perhaps.
What of the city? The people?
Dead, mostly.
Mostly, but not all. A handful managed to lock themselves in their villas before the horde arrived. Some in the merchants' district to the west, and a few others on the far bank.
If the Akashic stumble across either hiding place, a few bolted doors won't hold them for long.
We need to find them. And quickly.
What do you propose?
We split into 2 parties. I will make for the Merchants District, while you look to those across the river. Mind keeping an eye on my brother?
Not at all. We find the villa and try the servants' entrance.
Understood.
And what of us?
Mid, is she fit to sail?
The ship, the Mithril engine could probably do with a few more tweaks.
Then you better work fast. Even if we do reach the survivors in time, they'll never make it to the hideaway on foot.
You leave that to me.
See that Mid doesn't get herself into trouble, would you?
Think I can manage that?
I'll keep him safe.
Looks like you stuck with me, Byron.
That's Lord Rossfield, you little gutter snipe!
Shall we then?
And you keep Clive safe.
Be careful. Both of you.
You too.
Even fall.
All right, Torgal. Let's find those survivors. They don't stand a chance against those things. They've been routed. They're wearing Waluda armor. What happened to the Royal Army? There's nothing but monsters here. big. Joshua and Jill must be busy.
It's over.
There may still be survivors inside. Where are they? These creatures. His Ultima's reach extend this far. What the hell is going on here?
Where is your master? What does he want? Farewell.
You've caused quite the commotion. But then I would expect no less from you, Muthos.
You again. I don't believe we've been introduced. You were in my family's crypt, and now you're here, with an army of Akashic thralls.
Manners, Lord Rossfield? They are men, like you and me. Albeit ones unburdened by the wills that drive our kind to madness. They are pure. They are divine.
What?
And they are all that remains in this once raucous city.
You'll pay for what you've done.
As you wish. I confess I have been very much looking forward to this. Pardon me this indulgence, Your Majesty. The vessel shall not be spoiled. I am Sleipnir of House Harbard, and you will yield. Or not. As long as you don't hold back.
Nice try. Too slow.
I'm at a break point. I can't damage him more.
Little trick.
Fuck. You will forgive me if my performance seems uninspired. It is just that I expected so much more from our chosen one. Perhaps this will kindle your flame?
What now?
A gift from my liege lord's armory. Gungnir. Watch closely, Mythos. Yes! Yes!
Nice try. Get him!
One is seldom enough. Would you not agree?
Actually, I wouldn't. Needed that. Thanks, boy.
Stop!
Let's try.
Mythos.
Take that, you big dumb horse.
The vessel is strong. My liege.
Clive!
You're all right.
As are you, I see.
We are, yes.
I'm sorry, but we couldn't save them.
It was over before we arrived.
Well, you did what you could. I fear we were all too late. What's wrong?
Nothing. I hope.
Fantetsuken.
Leaving so soon, Mythos?
It's the king.
Indeed. You may kneel before Barnabas Tharm, Warden of Ash and King of Walud.
Get back.
Wild and impetuous. I expected more of the boy who bested my Lord Commander. Yet I see why my master covets you so. The power within you, Mythos. The potential.
Stop calling me Mythos.
But Mythos is everything. The cornerstone of all creation. The Lord's vessel. Your purpose.
My purpose? To surrender my mind and body to that thing. No, Your Majesty. My purpose is my own. I made a promise to my friends, to my people. And nothing is going to stand in my way.
You would allow this delusion of free will to bar your path to greatness? Truly, your volition is a cancer. One that must be excised.
Try it.
is all the rest.
Joshua!
Oi! Oi! This way! Hurry! Power beyond reckoning, and they use it as a crutch. Such a waste.
Will he be all right?
The phoenix can mend flesh, but the spirit must recover on its own. I'm afraid the rest is up to him. This place is remarkable. Outfitting it must have been no small feat. But why go to such trouble?
That beauty's belly's filled with wonders the world ain't ready for. If the guilds caught wind of what we were up to, they'd all want a piece. All right?
And how is he? Do not blame yourself. He was barely breathing when you brought him here. We would have lost him if it were not for you.
No. Barnabas may have severed nigh every sinew in my brother's body. But he made certain the wounds were not fatal.
Nigh every sinew?
Allow me, your lordship. Don't know what I was thinking, putting you to the trouble like that.
'Tis no trouble carrying comestibles to my ailing nephew.
I know, but you've already done so much for us. Pouring your gil into the hideaway and now the ship. I don't want to take the piss.
You risked your life. And for what? Some girl you hardly know. Why'd you do it? You not mad or something?
I wouldn't go that far.
Clive!
You're awake, my boy. Oh.
All I want to do is help. And the world won't save itself. It was Sid. Your father, who taught me that.
Sounds like him.
Don't you dare do that again.
What of the royalists?
Fucked off, the lot of them, along with the galleon. With the king on board, no doubt. Behind here, I wouldn't sail without him. Clive. Jill didn't come back.
What do you mean?
She kept the king busy while the others dragged you out.
It's all right, Mid. Jill is fine.
The ether of her icon endures. And as long as it does, we can be certain she is alive.
We must pursue the Black Galleon. Jill will be with the king, I'm sure of it.
Well, good luck catching him, because my ship's going nowhere. It's the Mithril engine. She's got a kick like a wild chocobo and a mind to tear the hull in half.
But do you have an idea?
Well, Of course I do. My dad'll have seen this coming a league off. If I had his old writings...
If you had his old writings, you'd be sitting under a fuckload of rubble. The ones Otto didn't save anyway. I suppose he might still have a few pages in his stores.
We'll have to hope it's enough. Do what you can to ready the ship. I'll speak with Otto.
In your condition, you really are mad.
Perhaps. But the world really won't save itself. Right. Gav said that Otto might know something.
Cole said it was an army of Ignatia.
How are we supposed to do our duty when the hills are crawling with a cat?
Big angry chocobo. Sickle. Almakia.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. All done?
Okay. Time to awkwardly do side quest another weekend.
If we're going to do this, we'll need...
Clive, it just so happens that right at this very moment...
And what talents would those be?
Why, your fearlessness, and your...
I'm listening.
Well, as I'm sure you're aware, when these darks... Randalar has been particularly badly affected. Many of the capitals, none remain free for long, of course. Most fine, but the army too is in disarray.
And you've been looking to buy, to make sure these masterless...
Precisely. It's the perfect opportunity to...
So where does my skill with a blade...
Though we may have the funds to buy these bearers, so we've been searching for a place where they can be resettled. And we believe we have found one. The place was abandoned a long time ago.
And so, we seek the aid of a fearless swordsman to...
How could I refuse?
Excellent. Theo, if you wouldn't mind making arrangements for...
Of course.
Sounds like you'll have your work cut out for you.
I will. We have an entire village to stock and furnish. Even if I begin right now, so I'd better get started. Try to clear the place out before the wagons roll in, won't you?
I'll do my best.
You will find a village in Chadra's Thread, past...
All right.
I'm sure you won't need it.
Oh, you're a friend of the Crimson Caravans.
Time to fight.
Stay down!
This must have been a nice place once. And it will be again.
Farewell!
is over. That's all of them.
What are you looking for?
You've a discerning eye. A fine choice. You've a discerning eye. A fine choice.
Something the matter, Theodore?
Quiet. Those are our terms. I trust that you will give them your full consideration.
I shall. Thank you.
Him again.
Someone you know?
Yes. But enough about him.
It's done.
You made quick work of it.
I should go and let Ella...
Don't let me keep... but Clive, she'll only get upset. I'll explain everything once...
All right. Eloise, I just got back from Cashlock.
Thank you, Clive. Here. Well then, now that you have I suppose we'd better... The first thing we'll need to do is make sure our offer...
You're still in negotiations.
We are. A trusted colleague has been dealing with the Fist on our behalf. I suppose it's to be expected, but we shall emerge
Well...
I'm not sure I do.
Ah, Clive.
You wanted to talk?
The man I was watching earlier, the one. He represents the Silver Peak Consortium.
I don't think I've heard.
Well, every trader in Dharmekia has, and they're still expanding. And judging by her reaction earlier,
And you'd rather she didn't?
I would rather she did what makes her happy. And I would never deny her such an opportunity. Eloise saved me from slavery. But this was not the life my sister wanted, nor the one she deserves. I won't let her give up on her dreams again for my sake. She freed me from my bonds, and she must be freed from hers in turn.
You're a good man, Theo.
I have always been grateful for what my sister did for me, and I want to repay the favor. But each time an opportunity to do just that arises,
She loves you.
And I love her. Which is why I want this time to be different, though I'm sure I'll still need some help from time to time.
Always.
Thank you, Clive. Well then, I had better get back to... These bearers aren't going to move themselves. That's a job for the Crimson Caravan.
Sickle. Right. Baptism. Over here.
Clive.
Oh? And why is that?
You remember how some of Sir Wade's guardians took up residence here after the attack? Well, now the rest have come to join him. Seems their barracks in the... Now, I don't mind having a few more brave boys around to keep them animals, but we ain't got nowhere for 'em to bed down. I'd build 'em a new barracks here, but where would I put 'em? They're just... Which leaves us in a bit of a pickle.
I see.
And it isn't just that lot. There's bears. There's been more and more of them turning up lately. But there's only so many we can shelter with the room we've got. We can't keep cramming more and more people into less and less space. What we need is a new home for our new arrivals. And that's what I was hoping you might help me with.
It's no burden.
Thank you, Clive.
So?
Well, I reckon we could do a lot worse than Eastpool.
Eastpool. It's been a long time since I thought about that place.
It was a tragedy, what happened. And if any of us could have done anything to stop it, but what's done is done. And those who lived there...
I suppose you're right.
The blight might be pressing in, but I reckon there's just one problem. A band of cutthroats have made it their den. Nasty bastards they are too. Would have sent someone to clear them out sooner, if my boys didn't already have their hand. But now we've got a few more guardians of the flame to call on.
I do. Eastpool was once home to people I loved.
And I know the men will gladly follow you. I've already shared a few thoughts with Sir Wade about how we might be able to win the place back. And I dare say he's got some ideas of his own too.
Of course. All right, Sir Wade. Let's hear your plan. Sir Wade.
And you, Lord Rossfield.
I spoke with Martha. She tells me you have plans to free Eastpool and make it your own.
That's right. Though I rather fear my men have been treading on her toes somewhat since joining us. And then there are the bearers. Men and women who found the courage to flee their masters and sought refuge here. We need somewhere to settle them.
As can I, which is why I agreed.
That's very kind of you. With you beside us, we shall soon send that
So?
That thankfully there aren't too many of them. And rather less, thankfully. The road that leads there will more than like... A small force would suffice to clear the village. But if the Akashic were to follow them in,
I'll head into Eastpool and deal with the bandits. You and the Guardians can stay outside the village and fend off any Akashic who come too close. Make sure I'm not taken on.
I can't ask you to bear all that.
The Akashic are the bigger risk.
Well, if you're sure, I shall summon my men at once.
Shall I wait for you here?
No need, my lord. You go on ahead.
All right. I'll meet you at Eastpool then.
We shall see you there.
You think you can just walk in here? Kill him.
We will leave Eastpool now. That's the end of that then. Or maybe not.
Whoa, flanny flan.
What's that thing doing here? Doesn't matter. It goes too. Any more surprises?
Bravo. A magnificent display, my lord.
You were watching. I thought you were keeping an eye out for Akashic.
We were.
Put down more than a few on the road, then arrive.
Let's hope it was the last of its kind.
I would hope so, my lord.
Your men will be bringing the bearers who'll be living here, I assume. It might be best to send word for them to come right away.
Of course. I'll send orders for them. Leave it with me, my lord.
Home. No. We're the masters now.
That's all of them. And not a single Akashek in sight. Now to begin the important work of rebuilding the place. It won't be easy. Especially not after 5 years of beasts and blackguards having their wicked way with the place. The masonry might still be sturdy enough, but half the beams are rotted. It'll take a bit of elbow grease. But we'll see Eastpool rise again. Just you wait.
So wait. If you don't mind, I'd like Oscar to join the rebuilding efforts.
Of course.
I'll let Martha know that everyone arrived safely. If you need anything more, you have only to send a Stolas.
And we will, my lord.
Eastpool is in.
Ah, there. Sir Wade told me you got rid of the bandits while his lot kept an eye out. And what's all this about some shape-shifting nightmare showing up? On second thoughts, it'll only give me nightmares of me own. What matters...
I suppose it will be. What will you call it?
What else? Eastpool. Sir Wade said it best. There's plenty bad happened to that place. But that don't undo the good that happened there. No need to throw the baby out with the bathwater.
Did Wade say that?
Well, something along those lines. Anyway, the poor souls might have made it to Eastpool. So the way I see it, neither is mine. If it's food or lumber or strong backs they need...
Thank you, Martha.
No, thank you.
I wanted to.
Probably gonna go and hunt. Hunting Nemesis.
I'll be taking you all to a storehouse in the Bales. Leave anything you don't need.
You know what you have. Clive, as you know, our time grows short. The Lord Chief Justice's vote. Before we part, I want you to know that, though I may not always have been your most vocal ally, I trust you.
Thank you. I appreciate the sentiment. But is revenge really the answer?
It is the one I found, and it is all that I have lived for since that day.
But what of Lostwing?
I built Lostwing to achieve this aim. Once it is done, the village will have served its purpose. My comrades and I are sure of our cause, and we shall fight to the last. But there are those among us who cannot fight. Children, the elderly. I would place Lostwing in their hands, if I thought it would do them any good. But a village home only to the frail and the infirm is not likely to stay a safe haven for long. And so, Clive, I find myself turning to you once more. Will you take them to your hideaway, that they might live even should Lostwing die?
I will.
Thank you. I will not have it said that I did not see to the well-being of those who rallied to my cause. The people I speak of have withdrawn to Gotan's Bales, away from danger in case the Black Shields strike.
Understood.
Then the last of my preparations are complete. And may Griga guide us. All of us.
To Gotan's Bales, then.
Cool. Yeah, I'll finish this time.